The Scream Kings are in no way responsible for any encounters with the paranormal, extraterrestrial abductions, eldritch insanity, hauntings, hexes, curses, demonic possessions, cryptozoological sightings, or any loss of sleep from listening to this podcast.
Hello, and welcome to the Scream Kings podcast. I'm NJ Gallegos.
I'm Max George. I wanted to show that to make a podcast, you have to be the P.T. Barnum of terror.
Ooh, that was like the Christian Bale Batman, actually.
Ooh, thank you.
It was kind of hot.
Well, it's just the gays today, so get ready, everybody. Buckle up.
When Daddy's away, the gays will play.
We'll play. We can't call Nathaniel Daddy ever again.
I think it does feel weird, doesn't it?
Hello, everyone. The Scream Kings are back. It's been far too long, but that's called the summer.
And life.
Oh, hell, and life. And until we get paid to do this, you have to deal with our own timeline.
I mean, the world's on fire. What do you want us to do, guys?
Yeah, exactly. And the state of Utah is also on fire.
Are you guys near some of the fires?
It's calmed down a little bit, but we had a huge one. It's called the Babylon Fire. But there were like 4 or 5 days where it was like the whole sky was sepia. It kind of felt like you were in an American Horror Story episode where they go to hell. It's just like this weird reddish brown color the entire day. It was kind of spooky.
It's very Instagram filter-y.
Oh yes, but like not. And now anytime someone uses that filter, I'm going to be like, is this a filter or is their state on fire?
You never know. You really never know these days. There's parasites in the lettuce.
And the blueberries,
fire.
Apparently.
Shut up, really?
Yeah, any sort of berry.
Oh, fuck.
I know.
I
had to convince my daughter that they were not in watermelons because you'd have to get through the watermelon like shell. And she was not convinced, so we got some large googly eyes and some felt and turned it into Tina the watermelon pet. So
okay, you need to share pictures of this on the Scream Kings Blue Sky because I need to see it immediately.
Okay, I'll send them to you after we record.
New cryptid unlocked in Utah, guys. Stay tuned.
Tina. Tina the watermelon. All right, we are already so off topic, but if you are listening to us, you know this is bound to happen when Daddy Nathaniel is gone.
And the gay lovers are together.
That's right. We do have kind of an interesting episode today. I don't know if we've ever done like a documentary as a movie before. If we have, I've forgotten. Sorry.
Yeah, it was fun. I liked it. I felt like it was also educational. So I was like, look at me learning.
Sure.
I learned a lot of weird things, to be
That's fair. Okay. Okay, deal. Yeah, what we are talking about is the documentary called Haunters, The Art of the Scare. It came out in 2017, and you can watch it on Amazon Prime. It's actually like a good recommendation that I tell people if they want to like see something that's not necessarily gateway horror, but like you're in the gate horror. It has a bit of an edge to it, if that makes sense. I don't know.
It does. I mean, I think it kind of runs the gamut too of it can be kind of like lighthearted, I suppose, to a bit grim and maybe even upsetting.
Yeah, I think its intention was to be a little bit more lighthearted, but then they show you what happens and it quickly pivots into kind of some depravity.
Yeah, it almost like reminds me of like Hostel or like Saw. Like it's adjacent.
Yeah. But for fun. Not for
you
murder.
Enjoy it, guys. It's fine. You're consenting-ish.
Yeah, we're going to get into all of that. But NJ, do you want to give us like a quick little plot rundown where it's a documentary? This is a little trickier, I guess.
Yeah, so it opens up just, showing kind of some impressive sets of haunted houses, kind of arguing that, it's art. People put a lot into this. The participants with it also kind of help elevate it to a different, like almost a performance art, because every single time, every single person is different. And then it talks about a lot of professional haunters, which, believe it or not, is like a legit profession. I don't know if they provide dental, but it's there.
They should provide a healthcare at least.
At least. But this is America we're talking about, so I have my doubts. There's some commentary from some pretty famous fancy people. And then it kind of focuses on like 4-ish different haunts. And they vary in extremes too. I mean, they're scary, like, ooh, to should I have a lawyer with me? And that is McKamey Manor, which we will go into probably more in depth, and I think most of the podcast is going to be consumed by it.
Yeah, I think this is kind of the highlight of the documentary. McKamey Manor, and to clarify, like all of these, I think the documentary calls them haunts. I've always kind of called them haunted houses.
Same.
Or like spook alleys.
Spook Alley.
I don't know, that maybe that's a Utah Mormon thing, but yeah, Spook Alley.
You want to go down and meet at the Spook Alley and get some drugs?
Hey, you want to meet me at a Spook Alley, eh? Yeah, I'd like to know where that came from one day. But anyway, like you were saying, it dives into these like extreme spook alleys where horror nerds like us, love horror, grew up with horror, whatever, and are just more artistic than us, and or have more money, just go
an obsession,
insane. Like, think high-level cinema, practical effects, but put them in a spook alley.
Spook Alley. I mean, one of the guys has one of his haunts, and he did props for Van Helsing and Minority Report. Donald with the sunglasses.
Yes, because he has some sun allergy. I can't remember quite exactly what that was.
They said that his pupils were really dilated, and they thought it was from head injuries all the time. So they're pretty much implying, I think, that he has CTE from getting his ass kicked by his brothers when he was growing up.
Well, this is why we have you on the podcast. The sole purpose.
And obviously the haunters.
Yes. So the documentary is directed and written by John Schnitzer, and I would love to sit down with him after he did all of this and like have a bowl of fettuccine and just be like, what were your first thoughts? What did you think? Like when you met the McKamey Manor guys, what was going through your head? What were you doing? Because this stuff gets wild.
Yeah. He stopped, like when he finished filming, he just pulled out a cigarette, lit it, didn't speak, smoked it to the end.
And then took a shot of whiskey, because we're going to dive into some of these things.
Oh my God. Yeah. So one of the stats that it mentioned at the beginning was 32 million people in the U.S. go to haunted houses each year. And I was impressed with that. Do you typically go to haunted houses or meh?
So everyone is kind of shocked by this. I actually hate haunted houses / spook alleys. Sorry, that's the word of the day. Yeah, I don't know. I think it all started when I was still going to church and believing in Jesus, and my mother had this activity for all of the youths, and it was kind of like this Mormon church Spook Alley. But my mom is a badass, and so she made it legit, and she cooked a bunch of food, and like you'd had to put your hand in like a bowl of spaghetti, and then someone creepily said like, "Oh, you're touching brains." And then the next bowl, she like spent hours peeling grapes, and so you feel these like peeled grapes, and again it was, "Oh, you're touching eyeballs." I don't know, just very silly stuff like that, but apparently it dug its way into my psyche. I enjoy horror when I'm consuming it at my own pace and in my own safety bubble.
Mhm.
Like, I will watch horror movies all day long. I will read all of the books about demons, everything. But actually, like, physically being there, I'm a big ol' wuss. I've almost been kicked out of a Spook Alley once. It was an outside one, and I was walking down the path, and the Grudge girl like crawled out.
Ooh.
And she knew I was scared because these actors always target the people who are actually scared. And I was like, "Move! I'm walking here," and she just kept doing the Grudge thing. And I said, "No, you have to move." Kept doing it, and I said, "If you don't move, I will kick you."
Ooh.
And she started moving again, and I raised my knee, and then some Spook Alley guy was like, "Hey, don't kick the Grudge girl."
Spook Alley security.
Yeah, exactly. It's probably like some 14-year-old.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
And then another time at another church activity, it was a dumb haunted corn maze. And I was with my sister and her friends. We were walking around, and then you hear the chainsaw, vroom, and they all scatter. And chainsaw guy comes at me, and I said, "Fuck this," and just like booked it through the rows of corn until I left the corn maze. Like not following the path, straight through the corn. I made my own damn path, and I got out of there. So,
it's called an emergency exit.
Exactly. So yeah, they're really not my thing. I can watch the creepiest, most depraved horror movie as long as it's my house, because I know what comes in and comes out of my house.
Yeah, you control your setting, and you go pee when you want. You get a snack when you want.
Right, you can pause it and step away.
Yeah.
How about you?
I liked haunted houses when I was younger, and I think I had more life and energy. Because I mean, you have to wait in line, you have to engage with other people. Like, I enjoy the experience, and to a degree, I enjoy being scared when I know it is extremely low stakes.
Okay.
But if that makes sense. And I hate to say it, but like now I'm just too like boring. Like, I want to stay at my house in my comfy clothes, and where there's air conditioning, there's no bugs, and I don't have to wait in line for 11 hours, which is what they mentioned at McKamey Manor for one of the things.
Yeah, I get that. As we get older, I just think, do I want to go out and deal with people? Or do I just want to eat this bag of Doritos and watch the Avatar movies?
Right, and have a cat on your lap. Like, it's what are you picking a haunted house for?
Right. So, that's our opinion about it. Let's talk about the movie, the documentary. We've already kind of mentioned that these haunted houses, I think, are theatrical experiences, right? These people go hard to make your participation in these houses like authentic, terrifying, but also it's kind of an ode to horror art. Mm-hmm. And that's about as pretentious as I will ever get. An ode to horror art.
Spook Alleys.
By Maxwell. But you know what I mean? I think some of the haunts that are portrayed in this documentary do this a lot better, especially the McKamey. Guys, get ready. We're going to lean into the McKamey shit. Like, legit shit, maybe.
It isn't. Yeah, for real. I don't think that they would pass a health inspection, I'll tell you that.
Oh, definitely not.
I don't
So
think
what-
they have
what
the
do you-
OSHA thing hanging up on their things anywhere.
Yeah, that's probably one of their haunts. They show it to you and then they burn it.
That starts it out. We don't care about guidelines and rules.
Yeah, exactly. But what do you think? Because some of these, like, it was Blackout that I thought did a really good job of combining like this really immersive experience. People are going to touch you. I don't think that's okay, but people consent to the touching.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, we'll talk about consent later. But then there was like a limit of if you get too overstimulated, like the experience can stop and you still have a sense of autonomy.
Mm-hmm.
And perhaps you just want to experience what these people have created. And then when it comes to a point where it's too much, you can say, nope, I'm done.
Yeah. They did safe words, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Which
I felt
is
like it was
like
a boring safe word, too. It was like, safe word. It's like, no, it should be like banana. Come on.
Banana, why not like rutabaga? Is that our safe word now?
Rutabaga. Yes, yes. Is that a vegetable?
I believe so. I will look it up, but you should tell us more about the documentary.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I was thinking about rutabagas. I was like, is it like a cabbage? Is it like a broccoli? Another thing I found absolutely insane about these haunts is most of them are at people's houses. Like, this could be your neighbor who's just going all out for Halloween, and they start like in August. They're building shit. They are spending 20-hour days constructing sets, props, all of this for like, some of them for like 4 hours on Halloween night.
Yeah,
Like, that's intense.
It would be crazy to have that as a neighbor as well. Like, property values there. What's going on?
Ooh, that would definitely cause a problem. And like, you just have to listen to screaming all night. Like, you're like, oh, those
Right.
damn kids are screaming again.
Sure. And I think it's also fascinating that we're talking about these individuals who create these experiences for people, but at the same time, these people are hiring actors and participants and people to like live the extreme haunt as well for your volunteers or whatever we want to call them, Spook Alley attendants.
Spookers.
And we can kind of dive into that a little bit because there's some a little bit of unhingedness going on with some of these. And maybe this is when we kind of dive into McKamey. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, it's kind of like the gateway to McKamey, because they interviewed some of these folks that are haunters who participate in, you know, these haunted houses / spook alleys, and kind of asked them what their motivations were. And some of the people were like just kind of downright creepy, where they're like, I kind of want to pretend to hurt people. And like, you could just see in their eyes that there was something a little off.
Yeah. And I think the McKamey one, didn't he hire like a bunch of was it ex-military guys or ex-convicts, or not the most like perhaps honorable people? I don't know.
Yeah, I think he focuses a little bit more on that kind of stuff, because he wanted people that were like intense, that would kind of do that drill sergeant, like hammer you, they don't care about your reaction thing.
Yeah. So to really paint the picture, we have pulled a few things that we just kind of want to share with our listeners about what actually is happening at these places. Because, yikes. Should we start with the waiver?
Yeah. Well, so let's do the screening first, because there's a whole process that McKamey Manor goes through. And
that is right.
It's pretty, like, there's jobs that are less thorough, probably, to be honest with you, but
right.
So you need to have a completed sports physical and a signed doctor's letter. And like, can you just imagine going to your doctor to be like, hey, I want to go to this place where they abuse me, can you like say it's cool?
Yeah. Hi, Dr. Rutabaga. I want to go to a spook alley. Can you make sure I am fit? Oh, it's just mind-blowing.
Yeah, and then they're like, actually, there's a man with a straitjacket right behind you. If you could just step inside, please.
Right.
Yeah, they do background checks. So I wasn't sure if it was necessarily like legal background checks, like that you would do for a job, but it sounded like they conducted either in person or video interviews with participants and like asked them questions, kind of, gauge their vibe. You have to have active medical insurance. You have to pass a portable drug test the day of, which I thought I was actually impressed that they did do that. But I mean, that doesn't stop you from doing something after you piss on the little stick, right?
Right.
And then you have the entrance fee, which is 4 cans of dog food, which is kind of insane. And then the 40-page release form, you have to sign it. God.
Which is insane. 40 pages.
Like, you need an Adderall to read the whole fucking thing, but then you're going to fail the piss test. So it's like, what are you going to do?
I would love to run it through AI and just see what the summary is. Like,
yeah, because I tried to read it, and I was like, oh god, I can't.
Yeah, the result is just don't do this.
Yeah.
So we also looked up a little bit of facts, their fact page, and just some of them are a little bit more enlightening than others. What type of attraction do you have? 10 plus hours of extreme attraction in which you must meet requirements due to the intense nature of the experience, not your typical boo haunted house. You've been warned. Is there an age limit? 18 to 20 with parents' approval, or 21 and over for the Descent tour? Whatever the hell that means.
I mean, that's kind of rude, though, like, to be like, you need a parent's approval if you're, like, 18 or 21. Like, you're an adult, technically, right, in the eyes of the law.
So, sure, don't do this.
Yeah.
How long does it take to go through? Depends on how well the guest does. Don't like that.
Ooh.
Will the actors touch you, or can you touch the actors? Yes, the actors will come into contact with you, but you cannot touch the actors or props. Also, don't like that.
Mm-mm.
And then this one just makes me laugh. Can you be thrown out of the haunt for any reason? Yes. We do not allow foul language, pushing, vulgar behavior, weapons of any kind, smoking, drugs, alcohol. We have a list of rules that you must adhere to in the waiver form. It's like, so the actors can say anything they want, but I can't be like, oh shit, this is scary.
Yeah.
No.
You said the F word. Get out of here, buddy.
Tarantulas crawling on you.
Oh, I looked up some of the stuff that like has gone down at McKamey Manor, and I mean, literally, some of them are like human rights violations.
Yeah,
like we don't do this
or anything.
Yeah.
I pulled some as well.
There's waterboarding.
Yep.
Like being tortured with like loud noise and like sensory deprivation type things. Getting whipped. Getting tased. Being bound and gagged, confined in tight spaces. Like one of the things that they show you is like getting put in a coffin, and then intense verbal harassment.
That's like their favorite, especially in the documentary. Yeah, like the things I found, like mock dental torture, where they all hold like a chisel and a hammer up to your teeth and like almost go and hit. Being chained inside like freezers.
Oh my god.
Being buried or trapped underground, and then they pour water and you have to like open combination locks. All sorts of bugs and spiders and creepy crawlies on your face. This one is terrible to me, but forcing participants to consume revolting substances. Several people have reported that they have had to eat their own vomit.
He said that in the documentary. He was like talking to the actors, the haunters, and said, and if they throw up, you put it back in their mouth and you make them eat it. And if they throw up again, you make them eat that.
What? it is outrageous. It is outrageous.
Oh, the dog poop thing. Remember the dog poop thing?
Remind me, I can't remember the specifics.
So he has like a bunch of. It was like they opened the can, like the trash can where they put the dog crap, and they shoved somebody's face in it. Yeah.
And I did take a look really quickly at the waiver at a few other possibilities that were threatened. And it was like involving poisonous animals, electrocution, crushing limbs.
What?
Yeah, like what is going on? And I think at the same time, one of the worst parts is they film all of this. If you go to the McKamey Manor website, he has like a whole litany of different things that you can just watch people suffer. What the hell?
And he loves it too. He has such glee. It's sick.
Oh, you know he's watching these in a dark room, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Having cheese balls, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink.
Real rutabaga situation.
Yes, a big rutabaga. So yeah, that is just kind of like a high-level overview of what is going on at this place. And the other concern I have is this Russ McKamey, like, through the vetting process, he finds out what scares you the most, what would make you afraid, that kind of stuff, and then he can tailor his haunted house for you directly. Which, again, I guess in practice is a good business for a Spook Alley, but I don't know. It goes too far. Where do we go from here? Because I just feel a little revolted thinking of that dog.
The dog poop thing. One of the other more extreme, the Blackout haunted house, said that they hire a lot of haunters that are willing to be completely naked because because can you imagine just like some naked person running at you in a haunted house? Like it strips away just like everything, and it is just primal.
Yeah, again, I would just make my own exit.
Yeah. Go right through the plywood.
Yeah.
Like Bugs Bunny.
Oh my goodness. So it kind of raises a few questions, some philosophical questions that we kind of wanted to talk about. So first of all, why do you think people seek this stuff out? Like participants who want to go through these haunts? There's got to be some psychology there, right?
I think that there's like a combination of things. I think that some of it has to be like, what can I handle? What can I tolerate? And you're like trying to push yourself to a limit. It's almost similar to somebody that's like, I want to run an ultra marathon. Like you just want to see if you can do it. I think that there's some people that are like that. There's that. I think that there's some people who maybe have almost some sort of like fetish for being
1,000%
humiliated. Humiliated, tortured, and this is like a way to go about it. That's it's not inherently like sexual though. You know, right. I don't know. It's
no, I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and then there's like a thrill-seeking component. You know, it's why people skydive. It's why people, I don't know, fucking drive fast cars and stuff. It's just they enjoy the adrenaline and the rush.
Well, and I think we talk a lot about sometimes how we love to consume horror content because it's in a way cathartic. Like I have a very stressful life, and so I watch, you know, The Hills Have Eyes, and other people are getting hunted, and maybe it's not so bad for me.
Maybe the 2-hour traffic jam wasn't the worst thing.
Exactly. And so I wonder if like people doing these find some sort of catharsis in like, I overcame like the most depraved situation that I've ever been in, and now I can do anything. The rest of my stress in life doesn't matter because I put my head in a bag of poop. I don't know. You have in our show notes, and this is my favorite line, some of the folks seem ... unhinged. And I think that captures a lot of it.
Yeah, because some of the haunters, like, you almost wonder if they're not getting some sort of like twisted, almost sexual pleasure from it, because they're like, oh, just feeding off of their fear and making them more and more afraid. And it's like a control, a power thing. And like, you can tell if some of these people didn't have that outlet, there might be something else worse that they maybe would do. And that sounds bad, but ugh.
No, I feel like it is a big gateway into more dark things that are not an experience, like murder. Let's just call it what it is, murder, or whatever. Serial killer finds one of these haunts and is like, oh dang, I love this. This is a way I can practice. Something that scares me so much about spook alleys. I'm going to use it as much as I can. Sorry, Nathaniel. But there are stories about people going into these haunts, and there are psychotic people who they do end up killing them. Like, it's a thing. It happens. Maybe not as much as we think, but that always is something in my mind of, that guy with the chainsaw in the cornfield. What if he was real? And what if it was a chainsaw and Max's anxiety goes crazy? Like, it just...
Yeah. Or even what if it's a horrible accident, like they didn't maybe mean to do something and something happens, like...
Or they have a knife that some person swaps out for a real one. It just is dangerous, and I think there needs to be some sort of more legislation is not the word. Let's pick it in front of the Capitol. Although with our government, nothing would happen. So
nothing at all. Ban spook alleys.
But if they're legit businesses, there should be some sort of overarching rules and regulations that they have to follow. Like you mentioned earlier, they would not meet OSHA requirements. And
no, not at all.
If they're bringing in money, even if they're bringing in 4 cans of dog food, the media that they're producing is still making them money. There needs to be some sort of control there, in my opinion.
Are they paying taxes? I want to know.
Yeah, there we go. And also, what is their annual income for these haunts?
I wonder, like you said, how much are these people spending making these things? Because that seemed to be an area of contention in like quite a few of these people's marriages too. Like it was kind of awkward. It was almost like watching your parents argue when they're like on the verge of divorce at the dinner table, because one person's like super into the haunting and this is like their passion and everything. And then the wife is like, I hate it and I wish he would die.
Yeah. It was the guy with the sunglasses, right? His wife was very like, this is not what we should be doing. I mean, she was a little kind of a bitch about it, but just like wanting him to put his time and energy into other stuff, which I can understand. But if this is a passion that he has, like, let him do it. But there are strings attached, right? Maybe you don't have to make it the most extreme and we can meet in the middle or something. So another question I have is we have all this information, the McKamey house, crazy. What makes these like intense, scary spook alleys truly scary? Like, what is it about them? Is it that the line is just not very like clear? Or is it the extremes that they go to, or is it a mix of everything? What do you think?
I would think a mix of both. I think that I almost wonder sometimes too if, okay, so you're watching a scary movie and you're like, oh, I wouldn't have done that. I would have done this. And it's almost as if they're like acting in their own movie. This is what I would do. This is what I would say. I wonder if that's some of it. And in that sense, I guess there is like a sense of control associated with it. And then maybe there's also, they really enjoy the loss of control. And it allows them to play out like a fantasy or something almost.
Yeah. And are those for the actors or for the participants?
I think
Or
for both. I think they're both into it. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think for the actors, there is that it's kind of a dom sub type of a thing. These extreme actors are given this sense of power over other people, and that's probably very enticing and dopamine flushing.
Oh yeah.
And then vice versa, we have our soft little subs who should be doing this in other ways, people. There are better ways to get your dom and sub dopamine flush. Like you were saying before we started recording, go be a dominatrix. Like, that is better. I don't know. It's crazy.
I think it would be fun to be a dominatrix. I wouldn't want to wear anything like tight though. Like, can I be like a sweatpants dominatrix?
I'll join you. I hate tight clothing. It's just like
I hate it.
It's a tism thing, I think, for me. Like, it just makes me so uncomfortable.
Same,
So, yeah.
I hate it like on my belly. Like I'm like, bleh.
Yeah. Ugh. Around my waist, like jeans.
Yes.
I hate jeans. I hate
I
jeans.
do too. I do too.
I'm usually
That was
only in gym shorts.
I'm like a
So-
sweatpants or scrubs girl, so yeah, I get you.
You'll be the sweatpants dom. I'll be your sweatpants sub. And we'll just eat that bag of Doritos and watch the Avatar movies. How about that?
Oh my god, this sounds amazing. I'm so in. Can I have a leash? I want you to wear a leash, please.
Deal. Just for you. As long as we rhinestone it.
Obviously, I'm not a monster.
Yes, mistress.
Ooh.
So I think at the end of the day, looking back at this documentary, I think the biggest question that they do present in the film and that we have is, when is consent not consent? And I found this cool quote online when I was just kind of researching a few things, and it says, "What is the maximum level of fear, physical contact, and loss of control that an entertainment business should ethically be allowed to create, even when a customer requests it?" So let's talk about consent.
Do. Nathaniel, add a jingle in later post-production. Thank you.
Yes, please. I always say there are 3 C's when it comes to consent: communication, consent, and cookies. If all 3 are not present, you don't have full consent.
Please teach me about the 3 C's.
Yes. Communicate, consent, cookies. There better be fucking cookies.
What kind of cookies?
Ooh, I'm a sucker for oatmeal raisin. I know that makes me a psychopath, but I love them.
You and my wife would get along.
Or a thick sugar cookie. None of these like
Thick.
crispy bullshit cookies. I want my sugar cookie to be thick.
And like a little chewy in the center.
Yeah. I don't like a crispy cookie.
Agreed. I like a nice, moist, soft cookie.
What would your consent cookie be?
Oh god. I would go with a double stuffed Oreo, except I would take one of the cookies out and then just throw it away. And then eat all of the stuffing.
No, I throw the stuffing away and just eat the cookie part.
No, that means we're perfect together.
That's true. That's true.
Oh my god,
Well,
this is what we're gonna have.
Yeah, with the bag of Doritos, we'll have some double stuffed Oreo.
While we watch Avatar.
Yeah. We also need shirts that say, "The Scream Kings present to you the 3 C's of consent: communication, consent, and cookies." But what is consent, Mrs. Doctor? What would you describe it as?
Consent. That's a heavy one. I think that consent means that you understand all of the elements that go into whatever you were agreeing to. So that's for example, like when we in the hospital, you need to know what the benefits of this are going to be. It'll, cure my cancer, it'll do this, it'll do that, but then you also need to know what risks are involved with it. So are you gonna fucking die? Are you gonna develop blue skin? It happens. It happens. So I think that you have to just be fully informed of all aspects, good and bad, of whatever you're agreeing to. And it has to be between the person, both people, or parties, I guess.
Yeah, and I think an important part of consent as well is always the ability to pull consent out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There has to be true consent is not like permanent and binding at any point, and especially I think at these haunts, everyone should be able to say like, I'm done. And that should be sacred. Once you say that, everything stops, the lights turn on, everyone says deal.
Yeah, absolutely. And several of these places, well, McKamey Manor, like they do not allow you to pull out once you're in, it seemed like.
Which, how is that legal?
It must be in the document you signed. But like still, it's America. Like you can sue for anything, no matter what you signed. Like how is that going to hold up?
Yeah, it's crazy. And they kind of alluded to that in the documentary, that there were a few people who were kind of pushing back legally. They didn't really expound on where they got or how far it went.
Yeah. Well, there's people that like have suffered legit consequences of these things. Like people had to be enrolled in psychiatric hospitals and go to like inpatients, like things like that is PTSD at that point, you know?
Right. And so who's responsible for that? Was there consent? Right? Like, I don't know. It concerns me. It made me think of a podcast that I listened to, and I briefly talked to you about this, but it's one of my favorite like true crime, spooky things podcasts. And if they are listening, so help me, I will explode if you come on our podcast because I love them. So,
oatmeal raisin cookies for everybody.
Yeah, you get an oatmeal raisin. You get an oatmeal raisin. I can't remember their names, and I just gave them so much praise. Don't kill me. Okay, so the podcast is called Red Handed, and it's these two lovely UK girls, Hannah Maguire and Suruthi Bala, and they are just the sassiest ladies, and I love them. And they do a really good job of like concisely telling a story without, it being a 6-hour podcast where you learn what the serial killer drew in the 4th grade and how it responds to his crimes now. Sometimes. But it's about this situation that happened in Germany. This guy named Armin Mewes, he was known as the Cannibal of Rothenburg. And there was this web forum called the Cannibal Cafe.
It is catchy, to be fair, though.
It is. And, maybe in a different life, it could mean not eating people.
Maybe.
Maybe. In a multiverse, it's like a nice little barista or bar, and they just have, I don't know, human-themed drinks. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's an online forum, and if you know anything about like kinks and fetishes, there are some darker ones, and one of them is called Vore, Vore. Army Hammer, I think, is into this shit, and people think he's a cannibal, but I think he's just a rich little nepo baby. Anyway, so this Cannibal Cafe connected people who had this kink interest, and it would be, I want to be eaten, or I want to eat someone, and a lot of it was just role play or writing stories and that kind of stuff. It's pretty dark shit, though, right?
Yeah.
If this is your thing, maybe talk to a therapist. Remember the 3 C's and play safe, people. Play very safe. And don't do what Army Mewes does. So he was looking for someone to eat. This was his thing. And he connected with a lot of different people who weren't really serious. And then he met this poor individual named Bernd Jürgen Brandes. And I'm just going to call him Brandes, because that's the name. And from what I listened to, Brandes kind of was pretty depressed. He didn't have a good life, and I think there was a lot of suicidal ideation and planning going on. And he had this same interest with Armin, and they started to connect, and Bernans agreed to be killed so that Maywis could consume him, like eat him, legit. So it was this consensual communication situation. So Brandes goes to this guy's house, they have a few drinks, they get Brandes very intoxicated, and then Maywis takes him into his bathroom and cuts his penis off. Ooh. And then he splits it in two, fries it up, and the two share this penis meal. And
oh my God.
it made me laugh in a dark way, because on this podcast, Red Handed, they talked about how Maywis then said, like, oh, he didn't really like the taste of the penis. It was too, like, squishy and chewy. And I was like, what were you thinking? And gross, and ew, and you're a terrible person. So wow. Brandes eventually died from blood loss, because if you cut your penis off, you're going to lose a lot of blood, people. Don't do it. Don't do it.
We would not recommend doing it.
And then Armin just started cutting up his body and prepping all the food and putting it into his fridge and, like, going, I don't want to say going ham on just because that's so not appropriate, but he ate him for like over a month and a half.
Well, I guess at least he didn't waste.
Yeah. And eventually Armin, ran out of meat, I guess, or whatever. And so he was looking for another person, found another guy on this Cannibal Cafe website. But then this other person had the wit about him to be like, no, this is getting a little weird. And this guy says he's already killed someone. I'm going to report him to the cops.
Chris Hansen just showed up.
Yeah. And so he got arrested, of course, and he's in jail because let's not kill people and eat them.
Yeah.
But it brings up this philosophical argument, and they talk about this on the Red Handed podcast too, is like, what is consent? Because technically, this man wanted to die. He consented to be killed. But it's also murder at the same time. It's not even manslaughter. It's straight up murder. Yeah. And it's just an interesting question. And I think when consent comes to a life-threatening situation, there is no longer consent, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair. So let me ask you this. Let's say we had two people meeting up at the Cannibal Cafe, as you do. And the person who is providing the meat stays completely sober the entire time, and it's like superficial. It's like a cut of, I don't know, quadricep or something. Bad. Yeah. It could. I mean, like, it could be bad, but you could do it, and you wouldn't bleed out. You would just take care of everything. Is that consent then? I don't know.
I don't know.
Because you could still, in theory, be like, okay, stop doing that, and then they would stop. In theory, if everybody was communicating and following the 3 C's of consent.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, I don't want to say yes. Yeah, because then I guess it goes into like body modification,
like autonomy. Right? And autonomy, you can do whatever you want with your body, to an extent.
And I mean, in the kink world too, they have like needle play where people get together and put needles through their skin, and so I don't know. I really don't want to say it is consensual because I don't know.
It's
we need Nathaniel. We need Daddy here to tell us what it is.
Papa, tell me, Papa, what is it?
Because you also brought up like euthanasia, and there are certain situations where you can go and you agree to be euthanized. Mm-hmm. Is that consensual? And perhaps maybe it's the regulation of it all.
Yeah, that's true. Because it is, overarching. There's like physicians who have to answer to regulatory boards and whatnot. But
Right.
those
There's a sense
people
of
also,
accountability, I guess, is where it's.
yeah. And you have to have like qualifying conditions too. You can't just be like, I'm depressed and I wish I were dead. But like,
Right.
you have stage 4 cancer and it's not going to get better. You have this devastating neurologic disease. And then you also have to go to apparently 2 different psychiatrists that deem you like sane, of sound, I guess, of mind, not body, because that's going to shit and that's why you're doing this. But
Right.
and apparently my friend, he did so he was emergency medicine, then he went back to palliative care, and he really enjoys like easing suffering, like talking about pain control and stuff. So he was kind of filling me in on this, and it's a prescription, like it's like a combination of medications that you fill at a pharmacy and then you take home with you. So like it's not monitored by a healthcare professional, which I find a little bit like troubling, because what if you take what if you take that medicine home, right? And then you're like, oh, tonight's not the night to kill myself, I'm going to do it later. And then like a child finds it or something.
Right.
Like,
right.
Mm.
Well, again, we need Daddy here to tell us what it is.
We sure do.
Should we rate this documentary?
Yes. One thing I wanted to say, though, as an aside, because you started talking about body mods.
Oh, yeah.
And then the Saska sisters were on, they did some commentary on this documentary. Have you seen American Mary?
I have not.
Oh my God. Okay. We need to do this as one of the podcast episodes. So it's, I believe, written and directed by them. And it's about this medical student who, to make money, pay for school and do all this stuff, she starts working on the underground body mod community and like performing operations for them.
Oh boy, I can only imagine.
Yeah. And it very much turns into a like good for her revenge horror.
Okay.
Some men, as they usually do some shit that they shouldn't have done, and she has to take care of it, and she does.
Interesting. Say it again. Mary.
American Mary. It's Catherine Isabel.
Okay, I will look it up.
It's so good. It's one of my favorite horror movies, I would say.
Interesting. Cool. As far as screams go, I give it a 4. It's pretty gross and intense, but I wasn't scared, per se. I was annoyed and conflicted and grossed out, but not scared.
Yeah, I was the same for, like, it didn't personally affect me as much as some things have, but the amount of foodborne diseases that could occur from these transactions does occur. Just very concerned me.
Yeah, to say the least.
All right, how many crowns?
Crowns, like I said, I like to recommend this one to people. I think it's kind of fascinating to get a peek at this world. It was one of the first like horror documentaries I think I ever watched, so I probably have some nostalgia eyes on it, but I gave it an 8.
It's a good documentary. It's very interesting. You learn a lot of stuff that you would have otherwise had no idea about. And I mean, it does provoke a lot of questions. I mean, we're having a little podcast about it after all, so yeah, look at that.
Exactly. All right. We have just a few extra discussions before we stay spooky. Should we start with the light one or the dark one?
Let's go light. We'll go light to dark.
Okay. Best Halloween costumes, child and adult.
Ooh. All right. So I had what do you want? 2? Do we limit ourselves to 2 or what?
Yeah, let's do 2. I think that's
okay. Good. Okay, 2. My favorite, hands down, Halloween costume was when my mom dressed me as the Mad Surgeon. So I'll post pictures on the Scream Kings Blue Sky because it's insane. She was like a transcriptionist, a medical transcriptionist. So she worked at a like medical center, She got me some legit scrubs. She painted me all
Ooh.
ghostly and bloody and creepy. My hair was long and stringy. I had a scrub cap on. And then this is the best part. She let me carry around a real butcher knife trick-or-treating at like age 9.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it was the best. And I didn't even kill anybody. I mean, like, that's self-control.
Yeah, there we go. You did it. You did not kill anybody.
No. What would you go with, number 1?
For child?
Mm-hmm.
This is so silly, but when I was in elementary school, there was one year where they were like, you can't wear masks, because, that was a thing in the 90s and probably still is. But you could do hats. And so my mom had this brilliant idea, and she got a red, like, snow beanie, red sweatpants, a red sweatshirt, and I wore the red beanie, but on top of it, there was a white styrofoam ball. Do you know what I was?
No.
I was a zit. Is that cool?
That's pretty good.
It was bonkers down.
I've never heard anybody mention a zit costume before, so I think that you've won some sort of award.
Apparently my childhood was filled with all sorts of Halloween things.
Just horrible
which
things.
Makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah, I'm going to go to my adult one. When I was in medical school, I dated a woman who was from California. So I was in LA for Halloween doing a emergency medicine rotation, and I made my own costume, and it was a sexy Bowser costume.
Oh, hell yeah. This is why we're friends.
Yeah. And we went out. She's like, oh my God, we're going to go to the Abbey. And so I go to the Abbey, and it was like, I misunderstood the assignment because I looked like a dipshit.
Hey, ladies, it's me, Bowser.
Bowser.
Oh, that's incredible. That's incredible. I love that so much.
I'll also find pictures of that, yes.
Please. My favorite adult one was, this was in college as well, but my family used to go pretty hard when it came to like Halloween costume parties. All my aunts and uncles would go really intense, and so would we, and then whoever had like the best one would get a trophy, and then and then everyone got lame, and we don't do it anymore.
Boo.
I know. For one of those, my aunt helped me make a suit. I got a suit from the DI, and we painted white lines all through it, and then she helped me make this like foam bat bow tie, and then I painted my face white, and I was Jack Skellington.
Ooh.
And I looked so good.
I want to see you.
I will have to dig into the annals of photos, and that might be crazy.
But so
We'll
worth
see.
it.
If I find it, I'll send it to you.
Please do.
I might have to go on the Facebook, and I don't use the Facebook anymore. So
That's fair. Maybe, how about MySpace? You still got your MySpace?
I have to log into that and add you as my top 10 friends. Oh, goodness. All right. So what would put you over the limit for scares?
I don't think it would take much. Like, if you made me answer like a ringing telephone, I would probably just like scream.
For me, it would just be me in a room with no windows. There's nothing else in the room. It's just me and a goat.
A goat?
Hate goats. Terrify me. They're so spooky.
So you really hate the Philip then from the Witch.
Oh no,
you love him.
He's my boy, because it's Satan. It's not really a goat. It's
okay.
just
That's
Satan.
fair. That's Satan.
It's just my boy Satan. I don't know why I turned into Paula Deen there, but it's just my buttercup Satan.
So Satan, yes. Goats, no. Got it. I'm here. All right. I'm caught up.
Probably anything that I had to eat, like I don't want to eat vomit. I don't want to eat poop or bugs or...
Okay. Could you eat a bug, like, I don't know, a grub or something for like $1 million? Would you do it?
Yeah, of course. But I'm not getting $1 million. I'm getting PTSD and more therapy appointments.
Yeah, you're spending money. You're right. But I'm just wondering. I wondered where the line was. So what about like $10,000?
50, I think.
That's fair.
10,000 is like 1 month's worth of legal fees, so I need it to be more.
Yeah, that's fair. I also wouldn't like. I could handle snakes, I think, because like I think they're kind of cute. Like I think they're like snaky boys. I like them, but I would not handle spiders well at all.
Yeah. I find spiders fascinating. I think they're some of the coolest animals out there. I do not want them on me at all. Keep them in a box. Let me look at them from a safe distance. We're done.
Agreed. Like, I have a visceral reaction to them. Like, I intelligently know that, like, they're more afraid of me than I am of it, supposedly, and they're, like, good for the environment and like, stuff, right? Like, they're very impressive, but I just see one and I panic. I think I blame my mom making me watch Arachnophobia at a young age.
Oh, yeah. Any kid born in the 90s can root their spider fear to that movie.
Yeah.
We definitely should do that on the podcast too, because it's incredible and I love it.
It's a great movie. It is. It is a good movie. I heard they were remaking it. Is that legit or did I make that up?
It's a what? Sorry?
I think, are they remaking it?
Oh, I don't know.
Let's see. I might have made that up. Maybe I thought it up. Oh, they announced it in 2022, but then like nothing happened.
Probably for the best. Some things don't need a remake. That's one of them.
It would have been produced by James Wan, supposedly, though, according to the internet.
He's kind of hit or miss lately, though.
I agree. His stuff is kind of hit or miss.
Sorry, James.
I do love you, though.
How are you staying spooky?
Ooh, I have a good one for you. So,
okay.
We went to Florida on family vacation, and I just sat by the pool and drank out of a red Solo cup. I went with Moscato. It was great.
The dream.
And
the dream.
It was amazing. I was like, this is what I've worked my whole life for. And right here.
Facts.
And I read a book called We Came to Welcome You, and it's by Vincent Tirado, who is a non-binary Afro-Latin author. And it was my first introduction to their work. I got the ARC at StokerCon. And it's about a married lesbian couple who moves to a house that has a pretty wild HOA. And it's like almost like a parasitic sort of relationship. And
interesting.
Yeah, so there's like some psychological horror with it. Almost like, am I being gaslit horror? And I really enjoyed it. It was a great read.
Awesome.
Yeah, so you should pick that up. And then yesterday we were doing a 1,000 piece puzzle because that's what I do at this age.
No, that is what would put me over the edge. Spook Alley. I hate puzzles.
Really?
Yeah, and my partner loves them, and I tell him all the time, "You can do them. I just won't help."
I just don't want to be involved at all.
1,000 pieces, that's too many pieces. If it has more than 8, I'm out.
8?
God. Give me those toddler puzzles.
Like
that's all I need.
I want a Paw Patrol puzzle.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, we were doing our puzzle, and we were watching My Father, the BTK Killer on Netflix.
I've heard really good things about that. It's in my queue. Would you recommend?
It was interesting. Yeah, it was good. You definitely see the case in a different way because it's like her commenting and whatnot. And it adds an additional layer of horror because you're just like, oh my God, this guy like was a family man, like horrifying.
Yeah, he was a big old doof.
He was. And like he looked like a doof.
Yeah, and he was a doof. He'd like hang out at anyway. Most serial killers are big doofs. Let's make that clear.
That's true.
I mean, most all. Why did I say most? Most, but you know what? Dahmer, he was okay. He wasn't a dude.
I would like to argue Eileen Wuornos, she was kind of not a doof, totally.
Yeah, no, I think, yeah, that's fair.
All right, cool.
I'll have to turn it on because I need a new show.
Yeah, I think you'll like it.
I read a book called Trad Wife by Saratoga Schaefer.
Yes.
And have you read it? You've read it.
Yes. I read it a couple months ago.
So I really enjoyed it for the most part. It started out so good and I was hooked instantly. And then I felt like it kind of tapered in its narrative. I just, I don't know. I started not to really care about the main girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I just wanted more. Nope. Here's my critique. It went too fast. I feel like there were like 3 parts, right? And the first part was, what is the spooky thing in the whale? Mm-hmm. And then she was pregnant, and then the baby was here, and it just all went crazy. So maybe just a little bit more build-up. Okay. And I felt like the husband was just so damn one-dimensional, and they made the trad wife very complex and fascinating. Mm-hmm. And so it just, I don't know, didn't land at the end. It ended, and I kind of was, meh.
I could maybe see that. I think that the whole like this baby is different than the other babies thing. I was like, I get it. It's different. Like, let's move on.
That and like the psychosis of it all. Of like, no, your baby is psycho. She's drinking blood. There is something wrong. Wake up.
It kind of reminded me of Renesmee. I don't know why.
Yes. Thank you for saying that. Because you are 1,000% right.
Right? I don't know. It gave me those vibes.
Yeah, definitely. All right. I have one last thing to tell everybody. If you will allow me. A rutabaga is a type of parsnip or turnip. And this is my favorite. In Scotland, they're called neeps.
Wait, let's spell that for me.
Neeps. Neeps.
Neeps.
A common meal is haggis served with neeps and tatties.
What's a tatty?
Potatoes.
Tatties.
So next time you're at the store, ask one of the people in produce, where do you keep your neeps? So good. I love it.
That is really good. That is like, I'm storing that in case there's ever, for some reason, I'm on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and that is the question.
Or even like bar trivia. What is the Scottish word for a rutabaga? I know!
Just flip the table.
It's neat. Anyway, everyone, I hope you have learned so much about hauntings and spook alleys and my childhood and sexy Bowser and also neeps. You all stay very spooky.
Stay spooky.